with their performance last week, a 3-1 loss to Colorado Rapids too, but that's the class of the Western Conference. Tacoma did feel as if there were a lot of good things from that match. Whether it was possession, attacking opportunities, the third game in a span of 8 days, the foul committed there. Morris was talking about that match. He said it was an interesting post-match review we had with the players because they all felt really strongly about our performance. They all basically considered it one of their best performances of the entire season. He said, I know that sounds kind of crazy because we ended up losing the game 3-1. So you say, how can you be so satisfied with the loss? I think the mindset we're trying to develop, the identity we have, and the kind of performance and the numbers we saw, there's 63% possession in that match, 90% pass completion, their highest this season. So, it's not just about possession numbers or passing the ball, but there were a lot of good statistical measurements the staff gathered from that match against Colorado. Of course, the final score ultimately one of the more important ones. So if we play like that's to that standard, most matches this year, things are going to happen. They can put together a similar statistical performance that they'll be happy with after this one against the very motivated North Texas side. Plenty to play for. Coaches and staff, players too, always talk about that balance. It's not really just about wins or losses at the next pro level, but it certainly is an aspect. Look, they just want to continue playing, make a statement in the postseason, in the playoffs. I'll get it here, it'll go the other way. And Wade Weber is one that really emphasized that point as well, Tacoma Defiance head coach, saying, look, there have to be consequences. There has to be an expectation about how important winning is. It can't just be about development. There have to be those expectations at the next pro level as well. For so long this season, Vancouver was in that third spot in the West, but they have really struggled over the last couple of weeks. Tacoma finds themselves in that spot, creeping ever closer to Austin. It'll be an important matchup tomorrow. Vancouver too, that Vancouver-Austin match. Tacoma will have their eyes on that. Here's Henry, 23rd appearance, floating it over the top. Things are on here for North Texas. That looked like it crossed the inline, a whistle, and now the whistle blows. Goal will not count. I was waiting for that whistle to come. It will be a corner kick instead. Brief, exciting moment there for North Texas. Ultimately, no goal to their credit. Yevo will take the corner kick. 17th appearance this year. Ghana native. Looking to send in good service. Driven near post. Got towards the far post. Cleared away. Dangerous area for a moment. Good switch. Yevo towards the end line. Cuts it back. His cross is deflected back out. Henry can't get by Bjorgolfsson, who looks to accelerate forward, and he got tripped up. His foot for a moment. Didn't look ideal. Toward Bjorgolfsson, Norwegian by way of University of Kentucky, where he scored 24 goals for the Wildcats over 4 seasons at UK. The Mac Herman Trophy semifinalist. 38th overall pick by Seattle this year. This organization really high on Bjorgolfsson. Trained with the first team in the preseason. Wade Weber said it wasn't hard to see why we drafted him. A bunch of players getting tangled up on that far sideline. We have success stories from this Tacoma organization with the Seattle Sounders, most recently with the signing of Paul Rothrock, who really made an impression in the limited time he had at the MLS level during his short-term contracts this year. Remember when he came in against Houston, final 10 minutes of that match, scored a goal when he was on that short-term loan? Just continually impressed everyone around the organization. Weber and Michael Morris, nothing but positive things to say. Rothrock's time. Tequila. Texas trying to apply some pressure here. Rodriguez sprays it forward. Juan Alvarez. Eddie Baker back to Frank DeRoma. Baker has started right back and forth the last 6 matches for the Sounders. 12 MLS appearances to his name this year. Here's Bowen, heading towards the middle of the pitch. Surveying. Things on here for Tacoma. Rodriguez tried to flick it back, now providing pressure. Rodriguez so nearly tapped it in. Wasn't able to get enough pace behind it, but caused some problems defensively. It was nearly a big problem there for North Texas and Carrera. Ultimately nothing in the end. Second look, Rodriguez just determined. Too heavy a touch when he was trying to prod it away from Henry there. You gotta be careful around Brodilio Rodriguez. Javier Cano in that interim role for North Texas. I was asking him about it this week. What he's trying to get out of his role, what's been important over the course of the season since he has taken over, and said, look, I've been with the club a long time. I know the inner workings of the club, and obviously a month ago the organization decided it was time for a change, but he said, for me, it's been pretty seamless. I'm comfortable and confident with the players. I understand what it takes for them to get from this level to the next level. I'm trying to push those guys to become first-team players. Alluded to the relationship he's been able to have with them. Players are doing everything asked of them. Just really enjoyed the culture and camaraderie of the group. The time since he's been able to take over this leadership role. So it's a privilege to be here. I don't take anything for granted. Really got 3 points out of the group last week. Sport can certainly be cruel at times, can it not? 93rd minute. Play their hearts out on the road, ultimately not rewarded with 3 points. Now there as Bjorgerson went down. Rodriguez now. He can launch it from this range. Rodriguez goes down. There's no foul. That was the area where Rodriguez had the first of his 3 goals against Sporting Kansas City. Baker is trying to find Snyder Burnell. Here's Rodriguez. Surveys. Alvarez goes to the near side to Bowen. Bowen and his teammate there on the shot. It'll be a throw in for North Texas. Goal kick, I should say. Shin guards being taken off, or what that piece of equipment was that was dispatched by Alejandro Araneda. Good pass from Jorgensen. Couldn't be settled. Nolan Norris. Herbert Endley. Norris once more. It's Norris, Henry, Araneda, and Endley. The back four for North Texas today. St. T will try to flip the field. Mulatto. Errant pass. Tacoma on the run here. Bjorgosen has Rodriguez. North Texas hustles back, and that's well done defensively by Mulatto. And then the foul. Good job by the North Texas winger, Jose Mulatto, back and making things difficult for Rodilio Rodriguez. It's a team assignment today. Pass was anticipated by Abayevu. These North Texas strikers being willing defensively in the early going of today. This portion of the match brought to you by Advocare Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink. Teams just feeling things out here in the first 15+ minutes. Texas thought they might have a goal in the early going. The ball that across the inline before it was able to be lobbed up and headed into the net. Didn't feel it like it was that close to potentially being a goal, but the whistle came a tad late. Too much for Tacoma to speak of themselves thus far. We're still going to go against Cody Baker there. Baker slotted in the midfield today on the far side. It'll be interesting to see how high up he plays over the course of this match. Of course, Seattle and Tacoma fans are really familiar with him occupying the right back role, whether it is next pro or MLS. The left side today. The Roma. Rodriguez, given by at least a Vigating first defender. Turn. Alvarez, can he find space in the center? He does. On the play. Roma accelerating. For option central. Dule Sissoko is trying to make things happen. Instead, it's out of play. Andre Cano was talking about that finish against Real Monarchs. Said, look, you know, we go one more minute or so, and it's a very different conversation in the locker room. So it was a tough talk. Everybody's disappointed. We dominated the game. Close to 700 passes, 72% possession. Just wasn't thrilled with what they were able to do in the final third. So they spent a lot of time in practice working on that aspect. Trying to get in good spots. Said, I feel the team's on the cusp of something good. It's been a month. We need to turn things around quickly. It's hard to rush the process, but North Texas has to find success soon in the form of 3-point matches. Their season may come to a conclusion in 6 weeks. Set piece here. Rodriguez to take it. Just a couple yards outside the box. Whips it in. Header to the nearest post. And the flag is up. Or a foul, I should say. Trickle towards the far post, and a man is down. That's Mulatto, and needs a moment. It's good service in. Oh, they'll get back up. Be okay. Sissoko read that pass well. See if he plays forward. Immediately charging back. Knows there's a vacant spot there. Sissoko, Ovalle, Stuart Hawkins along the back three for Tacoma today. Yevu trying to head it down to himself. Tacoma there first. Baker, no problem there. See if this game starts to open up now, 20+ minutes in. I haven't seen either side take too many risks yet. Bring too many men forward. Here's the Roma. Rodriguez gets it back, trying to center it here. That was better from Tacoma. So we play back to Jacob Castro, making his 8th MLS next pro appearance of the season. It's been Andrew Thomas in goal for much of the year for Tacoma. Castro getting the go ahead today. Alvarez was loaned to a club in Austria earlier this year for a stint of time. Alvarez making a run. This is Baker. Rodriguez. He'll send one to net. Rodriguez, not that time, but it was close. Carrera had full extension. You always hold your breath with Rodriguez. He is capable in those moments. Awfully close to curling it into the near post. But Texas would do better to step up more quickly in his direction. Got time to set and fire. Too much space for a player of that caliber. But Leo Rodriguez, 10 goals this year. He was the Division II Player of the Year last season with Franklin Pierce University. 20 goals and 22 assists. Just dominated at the Division II level. And obviously there's the question, once becoming a professional, how much that kind of success translates going to Division II to MLS Next Pro. And eventually, hopefully, theoretically, for those players, the MLS. It's a foul. Bowen went down. Morris was talking about that hat trick from Rodriguez. Said every now and then there's moments where the individual player performance just impacts the match so much that you have to focus on that more or just as much as the collective. We usually like our discussions to be about the collective, but his performance, you cannot be understated. He said he took control of the game. The team in preseason. What a year it's been. Rodriguez put together another hat trick. He'd be closing in on the top spot of the race for the Golden Boot. Or Texas has other ideas about that today. Jorgensen laying it off to DeRoma. Now goes near side to Bowen. Cross sent in, Bjorgolfsson, no, just over the crossbar. Not off by all that much as Arenado was in the area. Tacoma starting to find the rhythm offensively. Bjorgolfsson with a strike, just overpowering his defender. Tough matchup for Arenado. To the top here. Good from Tacoma. Rodriguez with Baker to his left. Tacoma advancing. Cross sent in. Bowen, no! Bowen had an open net. He's shocked he missed from that range. That was a terrific build-up. Everything but the finish there. Watch Bowen on the near side. Jorgensen couldn't get to it, and Bowen could have done better there. Frustrating finish. Blake Bowen was that close to his first goal of the season. Not yet, as we remain scoreless nearly half an hour in. This portion of the match is brought to you by UT Southwestern Medical Center, One Hospital in Dallas, Fort Worth. No doubt that was the best opportunity of the match for Tacoma. Rodriguez and Bjorgolfsson have been close. Some high degree of difficulty attempts. Bowen there, he was running full speed. Difficult when it's coming from a wide area to strike it perfectly. That's one he perhaps still would like to have back. Guerrero was not quite there yet. Bowen's been playing high. We'll see if he continues to perhaps get another opportunity. Here's Rodriguez inside the box. Rodriguez! That time, Tacoma's pressing forward, certainly on the front foot right now. The advantage in tempo and paces with Tacoma Defiance. Rodriguez just missing from that far post. Bit of treading water right now from North Texas. There wasn't much happening either way the first 15 or so minutes. Tacoma seems to have figured some things out offensively. They're generating chances at a much higher rate. Starting to control the midfield as well, as you see there. That nearly got in. Alvarez was trying to sneak in behind. th minute here at Choctaw Stadium. No score. It's a match. Tacoma has started to assert their will a bit more. Teams will to their respective benches for the hydration break. Half an hour in. Stevie nights in Arlington. Dog days of summer. Glad to have you with us here on Apple TV. MLS Season Pass. AJ Ricketts alongside you. North Texas in Tacoma. Tacoma has had a plethora of opportunities here throughout the course of the first 30 minutes to potentially strike first. There was Rodriguez on the set piece. Was pinballed around for a bit. And Rodriguez from nearly the same spot. A bit wide of the mark. Bjorgolfsson winning that matchup physically, but not able to guide it to the net. And that was perhaps the best chance. Blake Bowen missing there. Rodriguez also, again, he's had 2 or 3 real chances. Score here at Choctaw Stadium. It's an hour in. Tacoma coming off that 3-1 loss to Colorado after what has been a successful stretch of games. The 3-1 win over Sporting KC, the shootout victory against Portland, a 2-1 win against Vancouver. That's 8 points in 3 matches. Yeah, there was that stretch right before that, where they lost a shootout and a game outright to LAFC too. But you can't discount the 4 straight wins they had before that. So 4 straight wins, 2 losses, and then nearly 3 straight wins. It's been a nice stretch over the last 8 to 10 weeks for Tacoma Defiance. Level of play has vaulted into the 3rd spot in the West. Still much more to play for and much more to accomplish, though. And a road trip to the heart of Texas, never an easy endeavor, even if North Texas SC has had their ebbs and flows over the course of the season. Never an ideal campaign when it features the dismissal of a head coach, conceding goals in the final waning moments of stoppage time, finding yourself 5 spots outside the playoff line. There still remains hope for this North Texas club organization moving forward. They have not been eliminated yet. be a foul on North Texas out of the water break. This portion of the match is brought to you by Children's Health, the official healthcare partner of FC Dallas and North Texas SC. Well done by Nolan Norris to win possession. Does find a teammate here. North Texas pressing forward, and that's well done in goal. Jacob Castro sure-handed. It's one of the better opportunities for North Texas today. I think it was Tomas Pondeka. Pondeka, the Tucson native. Ramos had the ball at his feet a lot here today. Connects with Rodriguez, who goes down. There's no whistle. Now it comes in. Tacoma looks like they wanted to reinitiate that quickly. Watch Rodriguez in the middle of your screen. It's hard to tell if there is some contact at the ankles, that their feet got tangled up at all. Something brought Rodriguez down. Chips towards the far side. Cody Baker. Burnell finds Rodriguez. Flag stays down. Patient in possession. Burnell. Baker playing high. Baker to the in line. It's well done defensively. Now to play for a goal kick. Thing in the end there after a decent spell of possession for the Defiance. It's about a 10-minute stretch. Tacoma is really playing on the front foot. Time after time, peppering the goal with shots. Not been rewarded the goal quite yet. A couple different pieces in the lineup here today as Bowen can't chase this one down. Bowen had the best chance of this first half. Alvarez has spent some time with the club for sure. He's in the front three here today. Got the options off the bench. Antonio Herrera has had an admirable season. Pedro Kralikovis joined more recently. Al Uderitz, anchor along the back line. Georgie Manungu. No options off the bench here today for Tacoma. Approaching the final few minutes here of the first half. I've done well to stymie the effectiveness, or really the touches, of Avayevu and Mulatto. We've spent more time in defense here today. How often have we said Cody Baker's name on the ball on the far side? Or Rodriguez, who makes a turn here. Option central, Rodriguez. And that final touch didn't have enough on it. Jorgensen tried to give it a go towards goal, but ultimately his momentum making that difficult. Rodriguez playing distributor there. Just a bit out of his reach to really make Carrera sweat that one out. North Texas can have a spell of possession themselves here in the final few minutes of the first half. Feel a little bit more positive about things setting into the locker room. Feels like a half that really has been controlled by Defiance. The 6:44 advantage in possession for Tacoma. 0.56 in the expected goals column to 0.18 for North Texas. Look at some other statistical avenues. 8-1 advantage in touches in the opponent's box. 26-11 advantage in final third entries for Tacoma. Durham the last to touch that one. Mulatto taps it to Henry. Henry advancing. Here's Henry still. Henry clipping it over the top and coming off the line. Castro nips that in the bud. Appeared as if that might have potential for a moment. Castro's intervention ensures nothing else comes of it. (8-2) advantage in shots taken as well for Tacoma. Avayevu. Tavares in defense. Now Nolan Norris looking for options central. It's a 1-on-2 here. Peppered high into the air and out of play. It'll be a corner kick here for North Texas. Admirable effort from Mutaro and Taboada. 19-year-olds making his third appearance of the season. Signing with North Texas July 26th. A goal kick, I beg your pardon. Throw in here for Tacoma, 45th minute at Choctaw Stadium. Deflection takes a high bounce towards the near side. This looks like it'll be a corner kick. Yebu tried to say that brushed off of Bowen to no avail. Baker with space on the far side. Rodriguez on that corner of the 18. He's been very effective today. 3 minutes of stoppage time here in the first half. Tacoma will switch over to the near side and Deroma. Brunel. Deroma. Jorgensen couldn't get ahead to it. This will go against Tacoma. Has been an important piece of things today for Tacoma, guiding the way in the midfield. Texas have to feel encouraged, though, despite the opportunities they conceded to Tacoma. No goals to come of it. And that finds its way through. Things are on for North Texas here. Deroma was the first to touch off the distribution, though. Good pockets of this match like that for North Texas. Not enough to consistently threaten Tacoma on their own end. Yebu wins possession back, but Deroma is right there. Shot from distance here. Ambitious, and with good reason. Felt as close as Rodriguez's effort was for Tacoma on the other end. Why not? Lotto put some power on that one. At least gave Castro something to think about. It might be the final sequence of the first half, though. And it is. So Tacoma comes close on a couple of occasions. North Texas with a long-range effort at the end. Ultimately, nothing to speak of in terms of goals in the first 45 from Choctaw Stadium, and what is a very meaningful matchup with time starting to wind down. in the 2023 campaign. Points at a premium, and no score after 45 minutes of play here in Arlington. A few weeks ago, Michelle Montaigne caught up with Colorado Rapids 2 goalkeeper Adam Beaudry during the MLS Next Pro Invitational. Here's what she learned.
Today we are sitting down with Rapids 2 goalkeeper Adam Beaudry. Adam, I just want to start with what a typical day in the life looks like of a 17-year-old goalkeeper for Rapids 2.
We train in the morning. We'll probably get there a little early, do some prehab activation. We normally have probably a lift afterwards. Then I normally drive home after I eat. I'm a big guy on practicing mental activities. Like I've been to a sports psychologist, and I really like to visualize either what I'm trying to work on. I have a notebook to write some notes down, meditate, and kind of just shut off from there. And then I normally do some school, and then go into bed nice and early so I can get some sleep.
How have you seen those mental exercises impact your play on the field?
When I was younger, I was actually getting injured because I was overplaying, and what I learned was you can train, but you can do it mentally, and with the visualization, it's kind of like a training. It was a good tool that I've learned. You don't have to train 4 or 5 hours a day. You can also use your head, and that's also a big thing in goalkeeping, and it's the mental aspect of it, and that I really like doing.
Have you felt any sort of change in pressure in terms of expectations now that you have started getting this recognition?
I wouldn't say a change of pressure, but it's almost a different role. With the position, you have to be a leader. You have to be able to command the back line, and I think those are things with this experience I've been able to kind of learn and try to take on, and I don't think it's a pressure, but it's more of a different role for me.
Speaking of a different role, a completely separate role is that of which you do with the youth national team. How did you first get involved into that pipeline?
I think it was a GA Cup game a year ago was when I first kind of like getting interested, I would say. And then I went to a camp after that. It was just a training camp, and felt it was a really good experience for me. And then I was luckily able to go to the Czech Republic after that, because I was able to get my first game in with them.
How did it feel? What did you take away from getting to represent your country on a stage like that at this age?
Yeah, it is, like I said, take advantage of each opportunity was one of my goals. I think for me it was just being able to learn from everything, the good, the bad thing, and being able to take away all I can to progress as a player.
Here's another opportunity for LA, moving it on Beaudry, who made the save. LA towards the back post, headed, and Beaudry stopped it. And Beaudry, as aggressive as can be, makes an incredible stop.
Okay, now I know you said your dad was a keeper, but is there someone who is either a role model for you or someone you molded your game after?
For me, I like to take little pieces from every goalie I like to watch. Like, you get to go turn on the TV to the Premier League, and you get to see a lot of different goalkeeping styles in that league, and I like to take away little aspects from each goalkeeper and try to just put it into my game, and that's just a joy for me to be able to go and watch different goalies and take away those little things.
As you get assimilated to this professional environment, what has it been like for you to be around these pros every day?
Well, obviously you get to see how they interact with each other, get to see them up close, how they train, how they prepare, how they recover, all these little things I think have been really good for me to kind of see up close and be able to take away. And like I said, just take everything in. I think that's a big thing for me, and trying to grab onto the things I like and maybe make them my own routine. And it's been really good to see up close how they act and how they train.
Okay, Adam, last question for you. You're 17 today. In a blank number of years, Adam Beaudry will be, and you fill in the blank.
Hopefully, I would say I want to obviously work through the ranks with the Rapids. I think for me is just reach the highest level I can, and I think becoming the best goalkeeper I can too. And either if that's being able to play in MLS, hopefully going to Europe, I think is a big goal for me. And I think you got to focus on the day-to-day first. And I think right now my main goal is kind of working through the ranks with Rapids and becoming a successful goalkeeper here.
Yeah, we're excited to see where that takes you guys this year.
Yep.
Thank you so much for sitting down with us.
Thank you.
All right, great feature there here at Choctaw Stadium in North Texas. No score at the half here in Arlington. Tacoma Defiance, North Texas SC, a little Western Conference clash. No goals here in the first half. We saw our first teams clinch playoff berths last week. Michelle and Samara look back at the Matchday Rewind.
Well, double the match day, double the fun. Match day 21 and 22 saw everything from the first playoff spots clinched to more historic hat trick performances. Alongside Samara Perez, I'm Michelle Montaigne recapping all of the match day madness. Now we start out west, where Colorado Rapids 2 look to bounce back after a midweek loss. And they did just that. Dylan Cerna notched his first ever MLS Next Pro goal as Yosuke Hanya scored his 11th goal of the season, and Colorado defeated Tacoma 3-1. Rapids 2 able to punch their ticket to the playoffs as they sit now at the top of the league standings with 51 points.
Colorado wasn't the only team that clinched over the weekend. Moving over to the Eastern Conference, expansion side Crown Legacy FC took on Huntsville City FC, winning a 1-0 thriller thanks to a stoppage time goal by Yuri Tavares that punched their playoff ticket and kept them unbeaten at home this season. Head coach Jose Tavares' reaction after the game says it all.
We got it!
But Crown Legacy aren't the only ones in the East to keep a streak alive. New England Revolution to extend their unbeaten streak to 8, thanks in part to a brace from Jordan Adebayo-Smith Sunday against Atlanta. Now, he might not be able to hear you if you tell him, but they've currently got the longest active streak in the league. They're up to second in the East behind only Crown Legacy, and a big reason why is their conference-leading 50 goals.
Goals are in focus this week as Matt MD Myers now leads the Golden Boot race with 15 goals. He notched a first-half hat-trick on Thursday against Inter Miami 2 and added a brace on Sunday against Orlando City B. He summed it up on Instagram. Good viberies. Good for Myers. Not sure if his 2 Florida opponents this week felt the same. With only 6 regular season match days left and only 6 playoff berths remaining in each conference, you won't want to miss any of the action. Michelle and I will get you caught up again following match day 23, so we'll see you then.
All right, halftime, North Texas and Tacoma. No score through 45 minutes. AJ Ricketts alongside you here at MLSNextPro.com. Last week contained 2 match days within 6 days. That means a lot of ground to cover as Samara has a backed up version of the Spotlight.
We've got double the spotlight on Aris this week following a jam-packed slate of 24 games. I'm Samara Perez bringing you the outstanding performances of match days 21 and 22. Starting with our rising star of match day 21, Miles Morgan. Morgan becomes the first Toronto FC 2 Academy player to receive the honor. The 18-year-old midfielder shook things up for the Young Reds after coming on and scoring a stoppage-time game winner in his team's comeback. Matchday 22's recipient, coincidentally also named Miles, came up big with a brace to keep Inter Miami 2's playoff hopes alive. Our next honoree not only earned Player of Matchday 21 honors, but he also put his name in our record books. Tacoma Defiance's Braudilio Rodriguez put 3 in the back of the net in the span of 26 minutes, registering the fastest hat-trick in league history and headlining a 3-1 win over SKC2. And speaking of the Kansas City side, one of their own is also in the spotlight. Alenis Vargas also completed a hat-trick to lead his side to a 6-1 win over Timbers 2. Moving on to the best goal of the match day, we've got Chicago Fire 2 with back-to-back honors. Midfielder Alex Moniz takes the first accolade thanks to his thunder strike from just outside the semicircle. Moniz's teammate Luca Perpa also gets the title after skillfully maneuvering past a defender and notching a beautiful curling strike into the back post. Rounding out our pair of honorees are our teams of the match day. Dynamo Dos, who's looking more and more like the dominant team we remember from last year, takes the first honor. The Houston squad was able to take down conference leader Rapids 2 3-1. Their Matchday 21 win extended their unbeaten run to 5. Last but not least, we've got our black and gold youngsters taking best team of Matchday 22. The Californian squad earned a resounding 6-0 win over city rival Galaxy 2. The El Trafichico series is now even until they meet again in September. Congratulations to all of the guys in our twofold spotlight. We can't wait to meet the Matchday 23 honorees.
All right, welcome back to Choctaw Stadium, North Texas in Tacoma, with no score after 45 minutes of play. Last night, we had our second team clinch a playoff berth. Here are Friday's highlights.
And the change in goal, Gianluca Catalano. At 23 years old, he makes his first TFC2 appearance to start. Nobel Okello returns to his former club. He gets the start coming off a goal. So Toronto's attack open up once again like they've done in the past against this Rev squad. And Toniglu, his cross, it's headed off the post. He's got 8 goals. He's a Boston native against the New England Revolution. Maybe felt like he should have had a goal in the run of play. And he has his shot saved. Batiste showing his hips that he's going to the side. At the last second, he readjusts. He goes down the middle. Adebayo Smith, the leading goal scorer, puts it in. And that'll be it. The New England Revolution with 2 points picked up.
Coach Murray said they wanted to adjust the way his team defends wide spaces against St. Louis. Back into their 18. That's a dangerous pass. St. Louis wins it. There's the shot. And St. Louis City punishes a defensive mistake. Which has been a huge part of this team this season, earning his 18th start in this matchup as well. 5'6" midfielder. Sends the cross in. Bounces all the way across. Under pressure is St. Louis. Now here's a bad ball. Penn has it. Slots it across. There's the shot. Sent away. Second ball. Bouncing, and it bounces in! Schneider sends in the cross. It's well delivered. Henderson back in the mix. Second ball. The shot, and it's in! Ball back out to McGuire. McGuire attacking. It's a great slotted ball forward to Kuzain. Kuzain sends it across. The shot, and it goes in!
St. Louis have had some awesome environments over the course of the season. MLS Next Pro records as well, as we take a look at the MLS Next Pro schedule over the course of this week. Already 3 games completed. Of course, Vancouver, Austin tomorrow. That's a key Western Conference matchup as well, as Vancouver slipped out of playoff position. 1 game on Monday as well, and then 5 for your viewing pleasure on Friday. It's time for first half highlights. Let's take a look at how we got here. Still no score, of course, as we said, after 45 minutes of play, but Tacoma have been on the front foot throughout. No doubt about that. Emilio Rodriguez, Jorgensen, Blake Bowen, each had their chances. Ultimately, despite a shot advantage, Tacoma actually out doubling the shot total for North Texas. No goals to speak of. There we go. First half highlights. Rodriguez, he close a couple times, nearly earned a goal with his defense there. Off the set piece, this header was cleared off the line by Milano at the final moment. Rodriguez nearly curled it in from the corner of the box. Jorgensen, that would have been high level. Just whipping that right foot across. Here's the best chance the first half. Bowen just unable to finish it on the near side. Opportunities continue to come for Tacoma. Rodriguez missed left there. Some shots on net for North Texas in the first half. Ultimately, not at the same caliber of Tacoma. Well done in net by Castro here today, too. This was right before the end of the half. A bit wide. Look, first half highlights. We take a look at some of the numbers. 9-4 advantage in shots taken for Tacoma Defiance. Possession advantage as well. See what adjustment North Texas makes here moving forward. They certainly, you would think, need to have a bit more of a willingness to play a little higher, possess more, get some numbers forward, or at least challenge Tacoma in the midfield. I think we have a fun second half in store. So 13 combined shots between the two teams. Clear advantage to Tacoma in the opening 45.
We have a substitution for North Texas SC to begin the second half. Entering the game is number 50, Diego Garcia. Coming out of the game is number 21, Jose Mulatto.
So coming in for Mulattoes, you hear in the background, will be the 16-year-old Diego Garcia. 15 starts and 18 appearances this year. Garcia on a 2-year deal with club options for the 2025 season. Comes from El Paso. With the throw in. See if that change up top provides any sort of spark. Andre Costa needed a moment. 21-year-old back on his feet. Not the match, and these are not the situations in which North Texas can afford to come out with 1 or even 2 points. It's pretty clear to come out with outright victories majority of the way, the rest of the way. 9 points back with 6 matches to go. It's pretty clear. A chance here, and an attacking third, save made. Second ball trickles outside the box. It's a great start, though, to the half from North Texas. That's the buildup they want to see. It's still right back again. Takes the deflection off his own man. Deca, frustrated. Towards the in line. Valle was there. And a foul here. That'll be on Alvarez. And a set piece there. North. Frank DeRoma having a discussion. Carl St. stands on the ball. 17th appearance of the season, 1 goal this year. Endely having a quick word with him. Four-man wall for Tacoma. St. curling one towards net and saved by Castro. Got it over the wall. Too much of an issue for Castro as he outlets it forward. It's a good first 5 minutes for North Texas. Not a first half that was dominated per se by Tacoma statistically. Felt if it continued in that manner, be due for a goal. Texas needed to flip some things around. That's a good pass towards the center, and North Texas, oh, what a diving save! Second ball save! How did they not score? What a performance and goal there from Castro. Wow. That is sensational in net. Full extension on the dive. How did Garcia not score? Or Tabaada was right there too. Goodness. That has to be one of the saves of the weekend. And now towards the near side, header central, but the flag is up. Flag is up. North Texas has some positive signs offensively. Jacob Castro ready for his moment right now. Jacob Castro joined the academy in 2017. Time at San Diego State. Texas pressing forward again, and they draw yet another foul. This will be a yellow card. It's given to Sissoko. Texas on the front foot here in the second half. Sissoko just bowling over Garcia there. Much credit to Jacob Castro. How is this still level? This is Castro's first game since July 30th. It was a 2-1 victory over Vancouver. Another set piece here in the 54th minute. Over the wall again, catching practice for Castro. St. took it again, got it over the wall again. Same result. Take it away. Here's St. T. Plays it central. North Texas, another chance. This one gets by Castro. 1-0. It's Pondega with a goal. North Texas strikes in the 55th. Tomas Pondega with the goal. And North Texas has asserted control here in the second half. You could say they're deserving of that. Tomas Pondega with his third goal of the season off the takeaway defensively. Calmly slots it into the top hand corner. That's not easy to do, to set and fire that quickly as the defense closed in. The 21-year-olds made it look easy, and North Texas surged ahead here 1-0.
We have two substitutions for Tacoma Defiance occurring in the 55th. Entering the match is number 81, Raul and number 93, Georgie Manungo.
So Georgie Manungo will enter. He comes in for Juan Alvarez.
And number 97, Juan Alvarez.
Gio Miglietti will also enter for Tacoma. Morris going to his bench for the first time. Manungo and Miglietti, two capable goal scorers. Jorgensen coming off. Jorgensen and Alvarez to the bench. To the side netting. You felt North Texas would have to make adjustments, or at least play with more of a spirit, with their backs really against the wall here in this MLS Next Pro campaign. And we're really starting to see that here in the second half. This portion of the match is brought to you by Advocare Spark. Today, tomorrow, every day. I haven't said Rodriguez's name is nearly much as we did in the first half in the short stretch of the second. Too heavy of a pass as Manungo is making a run in the middle. Bowen will throw it in. Plenty of time left in this one, but encouraging signs here at Choctaw Stadium for the home side. As well as Tacoma has played the last 2 months, if this score stood, it would mean back-to-back losses for the Defiance. Again, all sorts of time left, half an hour plus, and we know what players like Rodilio Rodriguez are capable of. On the ball here. Deep in his own end he is, though. Brunel will flip the field. It's a good touch from Bowen. And then lost control of it. No problem for Carrera there. Miglietti on the ball defensively. Signed in January of this year, was two-time All-Pac-12 and a 4-year career in Washington. Going there against Costa, and we got some action after the whistle here. Cody Baker and Ondeka getting tangled up. Discussion between the pair of them and the referee. It doesn't appear as if pleasantries are being exchanged, but resolved in the end. Let's take another look. Both fighting for it. Comes in late to try to grab the ball, and then just a little bit extra. Well done by Ben Meyer. Step in there immediately. See if that elevates the intensity a bit at all. Roma is whistled for the foul. Starting to pile up here. Quickly triggered back in after Brunell was whistled for the infraction. Texas would just love a second at this juncture, an hour plus in. Really focus on being compact defensively. Good pass in. Sissoko was there. Deca sends it away. Cody Baker flicks it in, a bit too far, still settled by Bowen. Bowen turning, he chips it in the middle. From Roma to Sissoko. Tacoma probing here. It's a nice turn being made, and a whistle. It's going to be a penalty. Georgie Manungu draws the penalty. That was an excellent turn. And he might have had a real chance to score anyway. A quick turn earns the PK. Second look at it. Nolan Norris in defense. Manungo is able to get to his hip and draws the penalty. You see the fist pump. And it's going to be Sissoko to take it. Doulé Sissoko, the 23-year-old from France. 4 goals on the season in 10 appearances. And a chance to level things up here on the road. Antonio Carrera stands in net. North Texas fighting for their potential playoff lives. How big would a save right here be? Sissoko standing right on top of the ball, steps back. Huge moment in this match, and perhaps North Texas season. Sissoko slots it in. We're level at 1 apiece. Herrera guessed the right way, but just out of the reach of his dive, and Sissoko makes it 1-1. Too much pace for Carrera to get in front. That is a deflating moment for North Texas, who've done so well here over the course of the second half. 5th goal of the year for Abdoulaye Sissoko. Give Manungo a lot of credit coming off the bench here in the second half. Asserting himself, drawing the penalty. Sissoko does the rest. 1-1 here in Arlington. This is advancing here. Clever along the far sideline from Abayevu. Centered. Fondeka, the North Texas goal scorer today, lays it off back. Costa. St. T towards the center. Garcia. Whoa, what a response! Garcia finds the net that time. It's 2-1 North Texas. It was Garcia earlier who was part of that effort at point-blank range that was denied by Castro. No denial this time. Diego Garcia with his 3rd goal of the season. What an effort there. Castro can't get to that. An incredible response from North Texas seconds after the penalty. Wow. Game on. St. T will be given the assists. Diego Garcia, the 16-year-old, puts himself in the score sheet. Back and forth we go here after a admittedly ho-hum first half that had some chances for Tacoma. We've seen 3 goals in 22 minutes. Tacoma have a quick answer themselves. Rodriguez on the in line, shielding the ball. It's a nice turn. Rodriguez flicks it in. Pinballed around the middle. Here's a shot. Oh, Tacoma! We're level again. Snyder Brunel. Back and forth we go in Arlington. Do not blink. Snyder Brunel had it put on a platter, and he slots it in the right corner. 2-2. And give Rodriguez so much credit as he nonchalantly walks back towards midfield, keeping that ball in play when it looked like it easily could have rolled out, and setting up that whole sequence. The North Texas concedes again. And it's the Tacoma 16-year-old Snyder Brunel with his 1st goal of the year. Snyder Brunell's first goal in MLS Next Pro knots us up at 2 apiece. That was dangerous there. You hear the North Texas faithful thinking that could have been a penalty. Sissoko using his physicality. Three goals in a span of 5 minutes. Miglietti on the near sideline. Baker, out of play. Tonight's match is brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. So Tacoma's going to go to the bench here again.
We have a substitution for
It'll be Antonio Herrera, who signed in January, joined the academy in 2017. He'll come in for Blake Bowen. So fresh legs on the right side of the pitch. Boy, how gutting is this for North Texas? They put themselves up twice in what is a must-win match and allow Tacoma to put themselves level simultaneously just moments after. This is chaos right now at Choctaw Stadium. Castro will roll it to Sissoko. They wondered if the game would open up at halftime, what adjustments would be made, the tempo of this change. We see a bit more willingness offensively, a resounding yes to all those inquiries. Be careful here. Miglietti finds the ball. Miglietti shoots, and then it's off. Minungo. Tense moments in the box for North Texas. By the way, if you're interested in the Leagues Cup final score right now, which has caught headlines the last couple days, right? 1-0 at the half to Inter Miami. And of course, Messi, the goal scorer in that. Diego Pepe is getting set to check in here. '74th minute here. Saw 4 goals in a 25-minute stretch. Tonight's match brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. Here's Garcia. His pair of 16-year-olds scoring the last 2 goals for their respective clubs. North Texas get a shot off again here. At the edge, that's well done, that's creative. Nungu does well defensively as it goes into the stands, and it's a foot race for it. See that sub. Diego Pepe is going to come in for Carl Saint-T.
We have a substitution for North Texas SC occurring in the 75th minute. Entering the match is number 16, Diego Pepe. Coming out of the game is number 18, Carl Saint-T.
It's the 18-year-old Diego Pepe coming on. Destined for a shootout, or is there another goal yet in store? And the whistle back at midfield. The yellow card's going to be given to Henry. It looked like a significant collision with Emilio Rodriguez.
A yellow card finishes to North Texas SC player number 3, Henry Santos, in the 77th minute.
I see Rodriguez down. Saw the elbow high as well, but Rodriguez in some pain at the moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. The referee has indicated that there will be a hydration break for the players. The break will last up to 3 minutes.
While Rodriguez is being attended to a hydration break in the meantime. And a chance to catch our breath from what has been an exhilarating second half. In the 56th minute, there was no score. And then we had goals in the 56th minute, the 67th minute, the 69th minute, and the 70th minute. Insane. A penalty and then 2 goals in the span of 4 minutes. Rodriguez able to walk on his own strength back to the sideline. Texas actually leading the shots department now, 12-11. 8-3 in terms of shots on target. Sport is so fun when you get stretches like we just saw. Back and forth, execution at a high level. Young players having their first goals with the organization. Another goal before the shootout. 80th minute here at Choctaw Stadium. AJ Ricketts here with you on MLSNextPro.com. Header there. Manungu is offside. Javier Cano has been so impressed with this North Texas side. Said it's been really refreshing for him to come in, implement it, see the happiness of his team and the belief. Now pressing for a third. Not there, pass a little bit behind. He said every day they're still coming to the training, they're happy, they're smiling. He said we're 11th or 12th in the standings, and a lot of times when you're there, there'll be a little doom and gloom and everybody's looking for the door. He says that is not the spirit right now. And you can see that in the second half here. Still with possession. Somebody on the other side. North Texas, though, you really want to push forward for that third goal. A shootout, even a victory in the shootout. And there's such a difference right now between 2 and 3 points with where they're at in the standings. 9 points back, 6 games to go. Certainly take 2. 3's where they need to start this comeback in the table. Roma. Snyder Brunell just picked up his first goal in MLS Next Pro. Laid back, sent into the area, the 6, so that was mishit by Rodriguez. It got to him. He was right where he wanted to be, and ultimately, you would love a redo of that. Brief smile from him after that sequence. He knows that could have been the go-ahead moment right there. Araneda got tested there. Maybe a bit fortuitous that didn't end up in the back of the net. Today's match is brought to you by UMB Bank. UMB Bank, focused on you, focused on your goals. Rodriguez has been unable to find the net today. He's certainly been close on more than one occasion. That hat trick a week and a half ago vaults him to 10 goals in league action. Tacoma right now 4 points behind Austin, who sits in second place. Garcia. And the whistle comes. '85th minute at Choctaw Stadium. This ball whipped in, and Castro sure-handed. Pepe wanting to throw in. Cody Baker making his thoughts known. They're having to chase it down. Tacoma evading the pressure right now. Until that moment. Roma's going to commit the foul here. Texas preparing another sub here to come in. Pablo Torre has finished warming up. He's making his way towards midfield. Set to check in for Taboada. Rodriguez is fouled. Substitution will come on now. Torre is on. Torre in for Taboada. Roma stands on the ball here. Entering the 88th minute. And 3 goals in a span of 4 minutes. 4 goals in a span of less than 15. Is there another in store? Sissoko. Looks like he was winding up. And that was held for a bit, but not enough to draw a foul. And trying to play this downfield. Tacoma's going to get there first. Yevu so close to breaking free there. Eddie pleading he got hit. Instead, it's going to be a free kick for North Texas. Come on, beg your pardon. Eddie, quick pass to DeRoma. Turn from Manungo, looking to find a cross here. Play it back. Burnell. Cross sent in towards the near post. Rodriguez and Chase. They'll go against Tacoma. Just a half step late there, and a yellow card issued. Go against Cody Baker. '90th minute. Baker a little bit late in getting there. Chopping challenge as Edward Endley flying to the ground. Just a bit out in front of Pondeka there. He slips. Tacoma on the run themselves. Roma. Well done there. A little bit of pressure faced by Sissoko. And drew the foul. There'll be 3 minutes of stoppage time here. This has been a wild second half. A late stoppage time goal would only be a fitting conclusion here. Perhaps Rodriguez, the leading goal scorer for Tacoma. That pass wasn't where it needed to be. It was the right idea from Rodriguez. Still a throw in here for Tacoma. Quickly in there, trying to find Miglietti. A corner kick is conceded. Driven ball. It was nearly there. It's high in the air right now. Punched away. Abayevu with it, but deep towards the corner. He's got two Tacoma players right on him. Abayevu, tough spot right here. Oh, wow, he navigated his way out of that. Impressive, but then gave it right away. Brunel. Manungu taps it down to himself. He'll fire to the side netting. Georgie Manungu is trying to put an end to that one right there. A difficult angle to work with. Tacoma's really pressing forward here. A good touch, but Carrera's there. Now played deep for North Texas. Diego Pepe in pursuit. Pepe wins it. 93rd minute now. North Texas desperate for all 3 points. Abayevu. Can he find space? Lays it back to Nolan Norris. The cross floated into the area. Finds the back post. Pondeka, the first goal scorer. They win it back. Instead, it's a goal kick. There's seconds left before the potential kicks from the spot situation here. It looks like Castro may take a bit of time. Everyone's starting to realize this may head to a shootout. And that's exactly what's about to happen. 2-2 after 90 minutes of play. This one will be decided in kicks from the mark. 4 goals in the span of 15 minutes. A thrilling second half after a scoreless first half. But this one will be decided from the spot. MLS Next Pro has this unique feature when the score is tied after 90 minutes. To a quick recap of all, Michelle and Samara.
There are no ties in MLS Next Pro. If a match ends in a tie at the end of regulation, the game will proceed directly to a shootout with kicks from the penalty mark.
That brings us to the point system. Similar to other soccer leagues, a team will earn 3 points with a win at the end of regulation, 1 point for a tie, and 0 points for a loss in regulation. A club will earn 2 points if the game ends in a tie and they go on to win the shootout that Samara just explained following the end of regulation.
A pretty clear explanation of it all there. This game was 0-0. And then everything changed in the snap of a finger. Things went from 0 to 100 real quick. North Texas was first to get on the board. It was Pondeka finding the corner. And North Texas took the 1-0 lead after really not much to speak of in their name in the first half. Momentum in their favor after that. And Pondeka running over the flag, spirits high. That was only the start of it. From the penalty spot, Sissoko had no problem with that. Manungu drew the penalty, and Sissoko finished it off to make it a 1-1 game. This was the start of 3 goals in a 4-minute stretch. Diego Garcia, the 16-year-old, responded promptly with that drive into the right corner to make it 2-1. Garcia with his 3rd goal of the season. North Texas feeling good about themselves and the response. Tacoma would have another answer. Seconds later, literally seconds later, it trickled out to Snyder Burnell for his debut goal of the MLS Next Pro campaign. And looking to grab it from Carrero after. Now, kicks from the spot will determine this. North Texas will shoot first, and it'll be Henry. Despite conceding 2 goals, Jacob Castro has had some unbelievable saves tonight. 23-year-old will look for some more standout moments here. And kicks from the mark. Henry to take the first. The 21-year-old from Brazil has a goal to his name this year. Round 1 of the shootout. Henry staring him down. Really deliberate about this. Now he steps forward and slots it in. Solid start here for North Texas in the shootout. Castro gets the wrong way. That was a fun, deliberate start. Braudilio Rodriguez will step forward. A couple of real chances in the run of play. Two or three in the first half, and then a header from close range in the second. Not a goal scorer thus far, but looking to convert here in the shootout. Braudilio Rodriguez, Tacoma's leading goal scorer. Here in round 1, Rodriguez got it. No issues there. Cool, calm, and composed. Both teams convert here in round 1. Pablo Torre now. Here to start round 2. Torre, a late substitute today. Slides it right under Castro. Castro guessed correctly. Good pace on that shot. 2 for 2 from the spot is North Texas. Slow walks back and forth. Soko now. He's already connected from the spot today. Stands right on top of the ball, takes a couple steps back. Carrera looking to make a stop here. Dule Sissoko, one of the 4 goals in regulation here from the spot. So Carrera got a hand to it. Same spot as where he connected from earlier, lower left-hand corner. Each team 2 for 2. Pandeka now. Also one of the goal scorers today in the run of play. Long run up here. Tomas Pandeka with Castro in goal. 3 for 3, North Texas. A brief talking to after firing it right back into the net again. To the crowd too after that. Frank DeRoma now. DeRoma denied. Carrera makes the stop. He guesses right again, but this time stands in front of it. And it's the first miss of the shootout. He was well in front of that, punching it away. Big moment for Carrera. Now North Texas can really assert control here. Hope Avayevu. To make it 4 for 4 for North Texas. Began his career in Ghana. Avayevu softly into the left corner. And now Tacoma must score. Texas really needed 3 points today, but they'll take 2 if they can. And they're 1 save away from doing just that. Carrera firing up the crowd. Vito Ovalle has to score or it's over. Ovalle puts it in. No problems there. And North Texas can still win it with a kick right here. It's going to be Diego Pepe, who came off the bench late. Diego Pepe, the El Paso native, looking to give North Texas 2 points. Pepe denied. What a save. And Tacoma is still alive here in kicks from the spot. Jacob Castro, how clutch. That close. Castro with a fist pump. He's fired up. Still a pressure kick upcoming though. Miglietti. He's had some dramatic moments of his own this year. Had the game-winning goal against Houston in the 90th minute a few weeks ago. Miglietti has to score. Round 5, final shot of it. Miglietti puts it in the top corner. This one's not over yet. No chance for Carrera there. So on to the 6th round. Andre Costa. One goal this year in 24 appearances for the North Texas captain. Round 6. Costa knocks it in. A word of encouragement for Carrera. Costa went to his right. Castro going the wrong way. Antonio Herrera will now walk to the spot. Tacoma native. Joined the Sounders Academy in 2017. Again, Herrera has to score or this one is over. Herrera plucks it in there. No problem. Put some height on it. Out of the reach of Carrera. Round 7. Carl Sainty has 10 caps with the Haitian national team. 1 goal this season for the 21-year-old. Sainty, oh, it's stopped. Saved by Castro. And now Tacoma can take the extra point here in 7. Jacob Castro, full extension, horizontal. He has made some really impressive saves today. And now Georgie Manungu can win it for Tacoma. A heartbreaking loss for North Texas this might be. They need a save from Carrera here. Georgie Manungu wins it for Tacoma. They come on the road and will pick up the extra point in what was a thrilling match in Arlington. It took 7 rounds of kicks from the mark to decide it. It's a gutting loss for North Texas, and Tacoma takes care of business in the shootout. And 2 mature responses after North Texas took the lead twice. There's the final moment for Manungu. Carrera guessed the right way, but it was a little too late. And the extra point goes to Tacoma Defiance in what was an absolutely thrilling match. 25 total shots between the 2 teams. 25 total shots, 13-12 advantage for Tacoma. Eventually, just 3 shots on target, it says for Tacoma here in our stat sheet. There's the game-winning goal. And the kicks from the spot from Georgie Manungu, who came in and drew the penalty right away. And you see the emotion there. Meaningful points, meaningful game for Tacoma. They've done so well over the course, particularly the second half of this season. Tacoma Defiance with 2 points. Yeah, fun matchup here today in Arlington. Tough finish for North Texas, who really needed 3. Could have settled with 2. Instead, they finish with 1. Our MLSNextPro.com production staff today, led by Jesus Acosta Jr., Wilson Vargas, and David Rodriguez. I'm AJ Ricketts. Tacoma Defiance, shootout winners over North Texas SC. It's been a presentation of MLSNextPro.com. I'm AJ Ricketts from Choctaw Stadium. We bid you good night.
This copyrighted broadcast of MLS Next Pro may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcasted without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.